The data is here, and it's a wake-up call. The Colorado Women's Chamber of Commerce released its Women on Colorado Boards report, offering an analysis of women's representation across Colorado companies. Simone Morrison is the CEO and joins me with more on their findings. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, what data in this report stood out the most to you guys?
There's a few major pieces of data that stood out to us. I think the first piece is certainly worth celebration. So every single one of Colorado's publicly traded companies has at least one woman on their board of directors.
Okay.
Yes, this is cheerworthy. Something that is, again, and I love that you kind of drew that call to action, is that we do really need to be concerned, though, about overall diverse representation. And so Colorado has actually declined since our data last year in having 3 or more women on their publicly traded boards with these corporations. Last year's data, we were at 29.1% of Colorado's publicly traded boards had 3 or more women. When we looked at the data for this newest report, it's 28.78%, which is a trend, and it's like, that sounds like a small percentage.
Right.
But it is a wake-up call and something we need to continue to pay attention to.
Okay. And so are there any company policies that might be impacting this type of data and impacting women?
Absolutely. So what we saw in 2025 is over 500,000 women exited the workforce. McKinsey & Company, they call that the great breakup. We saw something similar during COVID with the She Session. And so our concern is that we're getting dangerously close to seeing women exiting the workforce. Now, it's not because of a pandemic this time, but why women are reporting they're exiting the workforce is return to work mandates. They're finding that the childcare costs and access is having a huge difference. Caregiving in general, because women disproportionately are the caregivers of their families, and inflexible work policies.
Okay. And so what should companies in Colorado maybe be doing to impact this type of data?
There's a lot of opportunities for Colorado companies to really operate with intentionality. The first one would really to be paying attention to that broken rung. That is those entry-level women that are working in a company that aren't even offered an opportunity for professional growth, development, and promotion. Like, that is a quick fix for companies. Another one is to really audit those attrition rates. Let's not look at attrition in aggregate. Let's disaggregate that data. Are there women leaving? If it's disproportionately women, then we've got a sustainability problem at that company. And also really auditing that C-level leadership. We would love to see us completely break records next year when we're running this data, but it requires that women have access to C-suite opportunities.
Okay. Are there maybe any economic risk factors if women are not included in the conversation when it comes to leadership?
Absolutely. Our chamber's rally cry is women are not DEI, they are GDP. Okay. And so when we think about that economic risk, without having women fully participating in the workforce, that's to the tune of $1.1 trillion missing from GDP in the United States of America. Wow. In Colorado alone, we're looking at the absence of about $40 billion if women are not at parity in their workforce participation. So this is very much not about identity. This is about us having sustainable companies where women can actively and fully participate in economic activity in this state and in our country.
Is there a specific action that you hope this report will inspire?
Truly, I hope that this report will inspire business leaders, CEOs, boards of directors to audit their board roster, to audit their C-suites, even nonprofit boards, right? We're not tracking that data in this report, but also within nonprofit leadership, we know that this is also a pipeline to publicly traded companies. And so making those audits and really drilling down that data and asking big questions. CWCC has an amazing guide. It is our Work That Works for All retention guide. There are some amazing strategies and tactics for companies in our state to be able to retain people in their workforce, and certainly in supporting women through returnship, sponsorship culture, flexible work hours, and creative ways that are low or no cost.
Wonderful. Great to talk with you. Thank you so much for bringing all of this really important information to our viewers today. Thank you again.
Thank you.
And the Colorado Women's Chamber of Commerce has the full 2025 Women on Colorado Boards report available to download on their website. To review the report and to get information about membership with their organization, visit cwcc.org.